Hi guys, so here's your December video. I need to apologise first off if you struggle to hear me. I've got the world's worst, man flu I suppose is the only way of describing it. So apologies if you need to turn your volume up a little bit. These are the things that we've been talking about in our one-to-ones. And also a few bits and pieces that have come up since we've done them. An activity that I would like to see going through December. So December is, as you know, a massive month for us, and we've got some really exciting in-team promotions. We've got people going for promotions within the team. We've got a lot of people going for base months, as well as a lot of new team members coming through in December. So they'll be introduced in the recognitions video, which is going to go up in the next couple of days. As you know, December is the biggest month when it comes to retail, and also hopefully you've all watched Victoria Warren and Louise's videos recently about acting now for 2016. So obviously everything that you're doing now is going to impact on how you start the year. Unfortunately, I get the feeling this might be a bit of a long video, so it's been a while since I've done a long video, but that's because there's a lot of really important things I want to talk to you about, lots of exciting ideas. So unfortunately, I will need you to take some notes. There's a recap bit at the bottom. There will be some feedback and some answers that I do need from you off the back of this video. So first of all is a topic that I touched upon with the post I did at the start of December about teamwork. As you know from what I said, we're in a really fortunate position. We've literally got the dream team. So I really think it's time that we started taking advantage of that. In October, we had such a buzz about us. We were such a team spirit going on. I think everyone's had sort of various personal issues, business issues that have gone on in November, and we kind of lost that sparkle a little bit. So I'd really like for us to get that back, to work as a team. I would like to not have to ask for you to comment on each other's posts when you add them people to All Stars. If people are asking a question within the group, please try and answer it. I know it takes a little bit of time out of your own business, but there's nothing to be said. There's nothing that can beat team sort of motivation and a feeling of team spirit. Buddying up is something that Abby is not actually doing this month for the wider team. But if that's something that you would like to do, something that you feel would benefit you, this is one of the things I need to be writing down, please let me know. So you can either buddy up with somebody in our own team, so within our team, and the wider team, if you count my team and Nat's team together, we will have people that are just starting out that could buddy up together. We will have people that are going for base month for supervisor. We will have people that are going for supervisor. So you're all at various stages. If buddying up is something that you would feel really useful, please pop me a message, or you can go through the Open Biz page, you can put your own post up, you can ask if anyone would like to buddy up with you. It's worked really well for me in the past. Sometimes it's nice to buddy up with somebody outside of our own little team, because you get the benefit of being in a quite insular little team, but then you also get to work with somebody else outside of your team. So do let me know if you would like to buddy up. And we've been talking for ages and trying to get us all in the same place at the same time. I think obviously with Christmas around the corner, if we were in a traditional employment, or some of you might already still be in that kind of place where you would go for your office party, it's something that I'm going to miss out on this year. I'm sure I can live without it, but it would be nice to meet up as a team. As you're aware, the BP is on the 7th of December and the 21st of December. So I think it would be really nice. I think the majority of us are trying to go to the 7th anyway, with or without prospects. But I think it'd be nice to try and make one of those a team meal. So you've got a couple of places like the Orange Tree, the Cherry Tree that are near where we have the BP. I think it'd be nice to either meet up before or after, and do something together as a team, like a team meal. Let me know what you think, whether you think it's a really good idea. I think it'd be really, really beneficial for some of you that haven't met yet to meet each other. It'll bring the team spirit, because then when you see each other commenting, you'll know who you're talking to, kind of thing, rather than just being a picture. So let me know if you think that's an awful idea, or whether it's something that you'd be up for. Which one of those dates is better for you. I think it would be better to try and do it on one of those days, because that means that people who would have been going to the BP anyway have only got to travel. So a couple of us aren't local to Stoke. A lot of us have got babies. So in terms of getting a babysitter and stuff, some of us only have 1 or 2 days off a week. So I don't want to monopolise everyone's time. I think it would be better if we tried to do it at the same time, so people are only coming out once. And along those lines is Secret Santa. So I don't know if that's something that any of you would be interested in doing. Again, just a little teamy activity, try and build morale a little bit. Let me know. So we're going to have a moan free zone December is going to be a positive month, and you'll see that the running theme of this month is going to be that your vibe attracts your tribe. So I would like people, I have to say it's nobody in our team this month, but I would like people to bear in mind that your prospects can see All Stars. So if you're posting things on All Stars about not being able to log on, the system's down, this goes down every month, it happens every month, and All Stars is really not the place to be doing that. Your prospects, you've added them to that group to try and encourage them to join the business. So it's sort of common sense that that's a place that you don't then moan about the business. You're making it look really, really bad. The same for your own Facebook. Please don't put statuses up saying that you can't place your order, or that the system's doing your ad in, or that your delivery's been 2 days late, because, you know, if you've done your Facebook training, you'll know how important your Facebook journey is to people. Customers and prospects are watching your Facebook, so just don't post things like that. In terms of our team page, keeping our team page a happy place. So I know I'm probably one of the worst culprits for this the last couple of months. I've got really sort of wound up about promotions and people not watching my videos, people not replying to my messages. As a mentor, I have had a really frustrating couple of months, and I know that that's been reflected in the group page. So I am going to take a completely different approach to it this month after talking to a couple of other leaders. I'm not going to be tagging you in loads and loads of videos. I'm going to be asking you to watch it. If you watch it, that's great. I'm obviously asking you to watch it because it will benefit your business. If you've not watched it, that's fine. If you do ask me a question that's in the video, I'm going to refer you back to the video. But it's not going to be a case of tagging people. I'm not going to be commenting on videos saying, you know, hello, has anybody seen this? Is anybody going to answer me? Does anybody want a planning meeting? I'm not going to be doing it. I'm going to take a completely different approach to the whole business in terms of mindset training and positivity around it. I'm going to be posting when people do amazing things. I'm going to be posting things when we've had fantastic meetings and one-to-ones. I'm not going to be chasing my own tail, chasing other people and chasing their business. So our team page is going to be a happy place. I would like support and encouragement. If people are asking questions, be really happy that they're asking questions. That means that they've got potential customers, which means potential sales. Obviously that person's not directly in sort of attached to you, but as I sort of said in the webinar, even if it doesn't benefit your business, it benefits your team and your team morale and the buzz around your team. If our team does really well, if our team gets in the top 10 and is seen on All Stars as being the top 10, and you've got prospects that are looking, that looks amazing for you. So try to be a little bit selfless sometimes. Think about your teammates as well as your own business. Support, encourage and answer each other. In the same regard, group messages are read by everybody. So if I've set up a group message that's talking about a team meetup, because it's easy for me to contact you all in one place about one topic, please don't go off topic and start talking about other things. If you're having a really bad month or a bad week, please don't start talking about that in that group message, because other people in that group message might be sort of one step away from throwing the towel in, and you adding something else, you adding something about something being out of stock, or you adding a moan and groan of your own, could push that person over the edge. Similarly, you could have people in that conversation who do struggle with mindset, who are going through a difficult time, who are easily brought down, and your messages to do with negative topics could impact on that other person. So if you've got moans and groans and whatever, that's perfectly fine. Please go to your mentor directly with those and try and not bring the topic of the group down, because your vibe attracts your tribe, and that is going to be the motto for our team for this month. Okay, so just a really quick discussion again. We mentioned it in the group webinar, but I know that not everybody managed to get on, about Christmas. So it is Christmas, just in case you didn't notice. And it makes perfect business sense for you to be buying your friends and family Christmas presents from your business. Now, I know it sounds really, really cheesy. When it first got said to me, I think it was around I think it was like Easter or something like that. I thought, oh my god, that's really cheesy. Like, can you imagine giving your friends and family like aloe hand lotion and moisturising lotion and all the rest? And then I thought, you know what, why not? Because I would go into the Body Shop or to Tesco and I would buy those kind of sets, the bath bombs, the moisturising lotion, the you know, the aftershave for the blokes. I do buy those kind of gifts for my friends and family. It doesn't make any business sense to go and give your money to somebody else to buy similar products. I completely appreciate that our products could be a little bit more expensive, even with the discount, than what you may have spent on that person. But not only are you obviously buying the products at a discount, you will be getting your 5% bonus back, and you also may be getting repeat orders and repeat customs. So we all know how amazing our products are. If you've given the moisturising cream to your nan or your auntie or your cousin or whoever, they are going to finish that at some point. Chances are they're going to love it and they're going to want to reorder it. So it might have cost you a little bit more to buy that Christmas present in the first place. All your case credits are going towards any promotions and business that you might be looking to build. You're getting your bonus back as well, but you're also getting your products out there to other people. So this is something that I'll definitely be doing, to the point where for nursery, for teachers, I've done a little gift bag with the sanitizer and aloe lips in. A really, really cheap present, but I think sometimes we undervalue the impact the small products can have. So for me, I know it's toothpaste. I will literally put in an order for 10 to 15 toothpastes every single month. At sort of £5 each, they don't seem like a luxury item. We sort of chase the Sonia skincare sales and the big item sales, but actually sometimes the key is in the numbers. So I know that Bev, obviously working in a care and a hospital environment, sells so many of the hand sanitizers. It's crazy, because they're used a lot. They're smaller products, so don't underestimate the value of those small products as well, and definitely try and take advantage of Christmas to grow your business. Why would you, as a business owner, go out and give somebody else your money when you can be buying it from yourself, investing in your business and getting repeat custom? Facebook. We're going to come on to this in the retail training, and I did touch upon it in the webinar itself. Excuse me. I get a lot of people who aren't selling products and aren't generating prospects, but that's because they aren't doing anything outside of Facebook. So even down to your put baskets. If you've put a picture of your put basket on Facebook and said who wants to try it, that's really good. That's what we encourage you to do. Your put baskets can have a massive impact on your business, and we are going to do some training specifically just on put baskets, on the different types of baskets and stuff for people that are just starting out or perhaps haven't got their head around what to do with the put basket. Just putting that picture on Facebook isn't necessarily going to make people want your basket. You need to be talking to people and actually specifically asking them, did they want samples, would they try your basket? And the same when it comes to the business opportunity. So don't just put posts up on Facebook and expect people to come to you. And hopefully Jace won't mind me, well, you better not, because I'm doing it anyway, and won't mind me using him as one of the prime examples for this. So after buying his business box, he sort of got really frustrated and was saying nobody's interested, nobody. I've tried pitching the protein shakes, I've tried pitching the heat lotion, I've tried pitching the RG. No one's interested. No one wants me samples basket because he's got one that's just for the sports stuff. Nobody wants it. I said, oh my God, that's really bad. There's, so many successful business owners. I can't believe that you've absolutely exhausted your network of people and not one single person wants to even try the products for free, let alone actually buy them. What's going on? And when he let me sit down and read through his messages, he'd not actually once ever asked anybody. He'd sort of messaged people about this new business opportunity and how well it was working for him and how it was going to allow him to be at home. And I think he was coming from the angle of expecting people to say, oh, what is it that you do? Can I have some information about that? Which obviously they don't, because people are quite shy in nature. Although people are quite nosy, nobody likes to be the first one to say, will you give me some information about it? What he should have been doing, if he'd done the recruitment training, is building a relationship up with that person. And then I think the what can the business do for you approach is a really, really valuable one. And if you've not done the training about that, I would definitely look into it. Is that this isn't about pitching a business opportunity to somebody and trying to get them to join your team. It's trying to see how you can help them and how this business could help them and how this business could work for them. So it's about asking them to tell you whether it's a bit of extra money that they're looking for, to tell you whether they don't want to go back after maternity leave, to tell you whether they're really struggling with the work-life balance, so that by the time you get around to discussing the business opportunity, they've already told you how much of a difference this business could make to them, and it changes the whole psyche. Rather than convincing them to join your business, they've convinced themselves that it's worth doing. So that's definitely something I'd look into. But yeah, the other thing he'd not done was asked people hey, can I drop this basket of samples round at such and such o'clock? Would you like to try the heat lotion? I know that, you know, you do a lot of running and stuff. What protein bars do you use? Can I drop you off one of mine and try mine? Because 9 times out of 10, if you've got somebody that uses protein bars and you're saying, I've just started a business that sells protein bars, if I drop them off for you to try because I value your feedback or whatever, they're not going to say no. You know, you're offering them a free product. So I think we need to reevaluate the way, because when I went through to him and said, right, so you've told me no one's interested, no one wants to try the products, no one wants to be interested in the business opportunity, but where have you asked them? And he couldn't actually pinpoint where in any of these conversations, the conversations that he's convinced them himself resulted in no interest. He'd not actually approached the subject properly. He'd not asked anybody if they wanted to do the business, if they wanted to try the products. And he'd also done it just on Facebook. And I keep hacking on about Facebook messages being so easily ignored. And you will get 10 times further in this business if you use the hole in your face and if you actually talk to people. Ring your cousin, your mum, your sister, your brother, your uni friends. Talk to them. They'll gauge the excitement in your voice. Ask them outright, are you in on Saturday? Can I drop this basket of products off? If you've watched the video that Hannah did that I put up the other day, she says to you, you know, sit down, write that list of your 5 people and then contact them. Contact them doesn't necessarily mean send them a message on Facebook, because it's a really great tool, and you know, your Facebook journey is a great way of reaching a lot of people in a short space of time, but it's definitely not the be all and end all. And I can guarantee you, you will not succeed in this business if you're trying to run this business solely through Facebook. And that's what these pictures come on to. So people, sports professionals, I find are some of the hardest people to sell to. A lot of them are regulated in their kind of sporting activities. They're concerned about what the products contain. They're also not just going to buy products if you've put pictures up on Facebook. And hand on heart, I wouldn't. So if you put some picture on Facebook of some jelly and told me it was really good, but in essence you were expecting me to buy it and put it in my baby's mouth or on my baby's skin, I wouldn't do it. Not at all. No way. And the same with the sort of the makeup. Our makeup range is quite expensive. Our makeup range is fantastic, but no one's going to buy it if you just put a picture up on Facebook. You need to get to grasp with personal recommendations, getting those samples out there, doing a launch. And a launch doesn't need to be 4, 5, 6 people. A launch can be you and 2 mates having coffee, and product placement is amazing. So I've told the story of when I was in the doctor's with Scarlett, waiting in the waiting room, half an hour, 45 minutes, crying, not very well, temperature, dead grumpy. I got the heat lotion out of my handbag, put the heat lotion on her feet, lay on a pushchair, and because it works, because that's the great thing about this business, we're not trying to sell crap, the stuff is really good. She was asleep within sort of 10 to 15 minutes, and one of the parents behind me said, what did you just put on her feet? Is it legal and can I get some? It was like one of my favourite quotes ever. And that's because I was out there using the products, talking to people. People were watching me use them. You can put the post on Facebook that tells people that if you put heat lotion on babies' feet, it makes them go to sleep. How many people are actually going to spend £12, buy it, put it on their baby's feet in the hope that it works? They're not. They're going to do it if they've seen you do it. You know, those people have actually took my business card and did message me on Facebook about it, because they know that I believe in the product. They know they've seen me use it on my own baby, you know, one of the most precious things that you can have. So I've got no concerns over its safety or whatever. There's so much dodgy stuff going on. There's so much counterfeit products and all the rest of it, that you're not going to sell products just by putting pictures on Facebook. Facebook is great and Facebook launches are fantastic, but you can't launch your business on Facebook. So if I do an online event, I know I've got 3 or 4 people every single month that buy the gel off me, the drinking gel. And if I put them on Facebook for 18 quid instead of £21, the people that regularly buy the drinking gel from me will take me up on that offer. If I put the drinking gel on Facebook at £4, £5, £6, a stupid price, people that haven't yet tried it, used it, seen the benefits from it, are not going to buy it from you, no matter what offer you put on there, because they haven't already used the products. They don't already know that the products are really good. So no matter what offer you put up, they're not going to do. Your online launches and your online events are fantastic if you've got a current base of customers, but you need to go out there and you need to get that base of customers first and talk to people. And obviously Christmas is a great opportunity to do that, so you're going to be dropping presents off, you know, why don't you pop some samples together when you do the present swap. I don't know about you guys, but we always drive around family sort of the few days before Christmas and drop the presents off while the kids are in bed, have a natter, have a chat, talk to people, see if they want a pamper party in the new year, talk to them about the clean 9 if they're going to overindulge this Christmas. Make sure you use Christmas, it's one of the biggest social calendar events of the whole year, so make sure you monopolise on it, treat this like a business and not like a hobby, and in that you will obviously see the benefits from Christmas. Okay, the 100 Days of Happiness, that's something that I don't know whether you follow Abby on Facebook personally as a friend rather than just her business page, but that's something that she did and it's actually worked really, really well. I've really enjoyed watching it. I've seen the engagement that it's got from people that don't normally comment on Abby's forever stuff. So it's something that I'm going to be doing this month. Well, I've started it on the 1st of December because I'm a bit OCD, so I wanted day 1 to be the first. I know I've spoken to a couple of people in their one-to-ones and asked them to start doing it. Anybody that's not had a one-to-one yet, or I didn't mention it, this is something that I think would be really good for us to do as a team. So I know that some people struggle with posting to Facebook every day. People that don't really use Facebook. So Jace is not Facebook's biggest fan. If you go on Jace's profile at the minute, all you'll see is stuff I've tagged Jace in. So he's going to make a big effort this month to actually post things to Facebook as himself, and this is going to help him to do that. So it's every day, just one positive post. It doesn't necessarily have to be to do with the business at all. Obviously, days 10 and day 15, bonus days and bonus payment days, they'd be fantastic. But whatever it is, I think my first one yesterday on the 1st was just a picture of Scarlett. She'd been really poorly. She'd been in Mard all day, and then I got a really cute picture of her when she was trying some outfits on. So that was my day 1. And day 2 was yesterday when I got home and Jace had got sort of ice cream and a brew for my man flu when I got in from a full day's worth of meetings and one-to-ones with you guys. So all you do is put your status up, put your photo up, hashtag 100 Days of Happiness, which is missing an S, and hashtag day 1 or day 2. You can start that from now, so you can start that as day 1. You can take today as day 3 and just sort of pretend you did days 1 and 2 if you are like me and like it to be a bit OCD through the month. It's just a really good way of engaging with your customers. It can be quite personal to you, so if you're concerned that your Facebook is getting a bit forever OTT, it gives you something else to post about, and then that will, people that you might not necessarily speak to on a day-to-day basis depending on what you've put on. Elf on the Shelf is another fantastic one, so loads of people are doing the Elf on the Shelf, but it's actually started to get people commenting on my Facebook who haven't commented on it for a while, so it's just about that conversation and that networking. So if we could all do the 100 Days of Happiness, I think that'd be really, really good. Month start plans and mid-month reviews. So this is just dead quick. Obviously, I've already touched on it in that I'm a firm believer that we should be doing one-to-ones before the month. So if you have a planning meeting on the 5th or 6th or 7th of the month, a quarter of the month by the 7th has already gone. If I'm planning for December, I sit down and do my month-end plan and my month start plan at the month end. So on the 27th and 28th, that's when I started to put posts up on Facebook asking you guys, well, I asked you guys about the 20th, I think, to let me know when you would like your month meetings so that I can plan them in my diary and plan you guys around the rest of my activity then. Because I really believe that if you're planning for December, you need to have it in place before the 1st of December. So let me know what you think, but going forward, I'd really like to start doing your planning meetings on the sort of 29th and 30th of the month, so that when the month kicks in, you're not waiting around for your planning meeting, you can be kicking in. The same with your mid-month reviews. I'd like to get them booked now. So if everybody can contact me with your availability for your mid-month review, if that's something that you would like, I'd rather get it booked in now rather than it getting to mid-month and everybody saying, I can do this day, I can do that day. And then by the time you've actually booked everybody in, and this is for guys that have also got team, it's not mid-month, it's like the 20th, the 21st, because you started thinking about mid-month at mid-month and you've not got people booked in on time. So I'd like to see a whole culture shift towards month start plans being in place at month start and mid-month reviews being booked before mid-month so that they're done at mid-month. And that comes on to this. So I would really, really like everybody to watch this video. It's one of the best full case credit videos I've seen. There are hundreds and hundreds of them out, but I actually watched this along with 5 or 6 other videos of a similar nature when I was looking at putting on our own 4 case credit clinic. And I actually watched this and thought, do you know what, this has got everything in it. It really clearly breaks down for you how you can be 4 case credit active. So it's not just telling you that you need to do 1 case credit a week, blah, blah, blah. It gave you really good pointers as to how to get those things done and where to get those case credits. So I really think it's a really valuable video. Obviously, again, to state the obvious, it is Christmas. So I know some people are actually going for promotions this month or going for base months, or it's their first full month, so they're looking at being 4 case credit active. Although this is the biggest social calendar of the year, you've also got to take into consideration that you are not going to be contacting your 5 or 6 prospects per day on Christmas Day, unless you're like mega devoted. So you need to take into consideration Christmas in your December plan. Either block out that whole week. Lots of you will know that when I do my month plan for myself, I don't plan past the 27th because it's just crazy month end, and I don't even plan it. For this month, from the 23rd to the 27th, I think, my diary's blacked out, which means that I know I've got to up my game for every other day of the month because I'm not going to be having 4 full weeks of activity. Your high and low plans, so your high and low case credits are fantastic. That you do them in the one-to-one with me, or obviously you can do them on your own. They really clearly show you what you can earn in terms of a monetary value, as well as focusing on the case credits. So it's really, really important to have a really good idea of where your case credits are coming from, especially if you're going for promotion, and that's where this high-low is fantastic. But what I do think is that we've got wrapped up in doing them, and we don't really talk about the activity. So I go through and say how many clean 9s are you going to sell, what your put basket's doing, what your launch is doing, and we come up with a figure at the end of what you are aiming for as a low and a high. But what we don't walk away with is a really good plan. And on your own, you should be doing a daily plan and a weekly plan along with your monthly plan. So for example, if you're going for base month for supervisor, you should be aiming for about 10 case credits. 15 ideally, because that leaves you less to do the month after. If you're aiming to do that, you should be aiming for at least 3 case credits every week, and you need to see where you're going to get those 3 case credits from every single week, because you don't want to get to week 3 and realise that actually you still need to get 10 case credits. You want to be making sure you've got a nice steady influx of case credits for whatever promotion it is that you're going on. I also would not count any team in that unless you're going for assistant manager or manager, where obviously it's highly unlikely you're going to do all the activity yourself. If you're going for supervisor, count your activity. So if you need 10 case credits to get to supervisor this month, don't think that Joe's going to do 1 and Bob's going to do 2 and, you know, another indiscriminate name's going to do 3, so you only need to do 5. Use the mind frame that you need to do 10, and whatever your team do is a bonus. And obviously that's coming from personal experience. You need to make sure that you've got the activity planned out. If you said in your high-low you're going to sell 2 clean 9s, you need to know who you're thinking of selling that to. So ideally you need a list of 4 or 5 names that you think might buy the clean 9, because it's one of those bigger items that people tend to mull over whether or not they're going to part with the money. People don't tend to impulse buy the clean 9. It's a big purchase. So you need to know on a low and a high who those people are that you're going to think about, because if you're just going, yeah, as a low I'll sell 2, as a high I'll sell 5, and then halfway through the month you've not sold any, you know, you need to know where these sales are coming from. And I know I sound like a broken record, but we're not doing month end. Month end, every single month, creates absolute chaos. Nobody could even log onto the system for the 2 days after month end. So it didn't just affect month end, it affected the whole 2 days afterwards. It's affected people that have been going for adjustment day because the system wasn't updated. So if you wanted to use adjustment day this month, you didn't exactly know where you were with it. People like me were 99.999% sure we'd got promotion, but the case credits didn't update properly, so it was like nail biting. It's because people keep leaving everything to month end. People stockpile their orders and put through a big month end order, Obviously, sometimes you can't be helped if people get paid, you know, at the end of the month, and you get payday orders and stuff. But we need to make sure that there isn't this mad panic at month end as well. We need to make sure that, you know, people aren't in my situation of the last couple of months where it's down to the bone and the last second, and you're there at midnight on the last day of the month, crossing your legs, your fingers and your toes. We need to make sure that you've got a better daily, weekly, monthly plan, and you do know exactly where you are through the month. So as long as with planning the activity, we need to make sure that you're doing the activity. So don't just say, I'm going to do this and do this. You need to go and do it. You need to watch Hannah's video, take the notes that she tells you to take, and then do something with the activity. So these are points activity sheets, and they have been uploaded onto the page already, just because I've already discussed them with a couple of people. And I've personally started using these in the last couple of weeks of November and found they made a massive difference. So although they don't generate case credits necessarily, what they do is give you a really good indication, so you can use them as you go through the week. So when we come to do your January planning meeting, everybody in this team should have 4 of these sheets completed, because they're weekly sheets. As a low, you should be aiming for 45 points, as a medium 65, and as a high 100. So if you're looking to really push your business, especially if you're going for any kind of promotion, your activity should be over 100. And what you've got is a list of things down the left hand side, and then in the points column it tells you how many points each of those things are worth. And what you do is you go through the week, and if you've spoken to a new customer, you put how many, so you can see there I've spoken to 1 customer and that's given me 3 points. You go down that whole list every single day and give yourself a total for the day. And then obviously you'd add that total up for the week, and it'll give you hopefully somewhere between 45 and 100. Although this doesn't add up to case credits, these are just points, and you could say the points don't mean anything. What they do give you personally for your business is a really clear reflection of what you're doing every day. So a lot of people struggle to do a weekly plan. They're not really sure what they're meant to put in their weekly plan. There's the things on the left hand side. A lot of people get really bummed out that they've not done very well this month, but if you can see that you've not spoken to any new customers, if you've not done any pup drops, if you've not done any training, it's a really good reflection tool for yourself. So if you notice that you've got a really rubbish Monday, or for me, I know Tuesday's a really bad day because Scarlett's at home and I fetch the kids, and then I just don't get a chance to do a lot on a Tuesday, so I know that from the rest of the week I've got to pull my activity up a little bit. If you know you've got something planned for the weekend and you're going to have a really busy weekend, you know that between Monday and Friday you need to up all of this activity. It's also really good for mid-month, so I've had quite a few mid-month reviews where people are still on no case credits, or the month isn't going what they planned it to go. So if they were going for promotion or something, and it's obviously not going to happen come mid-month, but then you can look at this and say, you know, you've not followed up on any customers since last Wednesday, or you've not booked a one-to-one the whole month, you've not added anybody to All Stars. It's a really good reflection tool. So it's not a way of keeping sort of track of you, it's not a way of spying on what you're doing, but it is a really good way of you keeping track of your activity, and of you reflecting on what you've done as well. So as much as I do use these now to plan my weeks in terms of what I'm going to do, I also use them as a reflection tool. So at the end of the week, what could I have done better? Have I not done any training? You're never in this business long enough to stop doing training. People like Victoria Warren and people like Abby still log on to the training, still do their webinars, because you are always going to be able to learn. So like I say, these are on the page. I would like you to print them off and use them. You should be able to download them and use them if you want to fill them in electronically rather than printing them off. And it would be really, really good to get your feedback on them, and also to use them come mid-month. So by mid-month, you should have filled in 2 of these, and we should be able to see what sort of activity you're doing. So for those people, you know, that say no one's interested in my product, if you've not spoken to any new customers, and if you've not followed up with any previous customers, then realistically I can sort of ask you to put your hand on heart and say no one's interested, because you've not done the legwork behind what you're saying. If you've got prospects but no one's interested in joining, but you've not sent a recruitment video, you're not contacting people daily, you've not put them on All Stars, you've not had a one-to-one with them, that person that you've prospected about the business isn't going to sporadically turn around and say, I'd like to join now, unless you've done the legwork behind it. And this is a really good way of keeping track of what you're doing. Customer care is something that we're going to come on to on the retail video that's going to go up shortly, but I did want to touch on it here because this is the beginning of December and I want us to all sort of have all the information right now. So putting your orders in ASAP, don't stockpile, especially new customers. So I know that you all watched Abby's video on compliance, and there were a lot of people that were sort of keeping hold of orders and not putting them through for various reasons, all of which you can get over. There's no reason to be doing it at all. It gives that a really bad impression. So if you've got a customer that wants to order something, either get them to put it through your shop or wait till you've got 2 or 3 orders and put them through. The most successful people in this business, and people within our own team have done this, have been putting more than 1 order through a day. So they get a person committed to buying that Clean 9 and they put it through. And then later on in that same day, I think they either sold another Clean 9 or sold a Sonia skincare or sold 3 or 4 heat lotions and put that through too. Oh, I know it means you're paying 2 postage, it's $3.99, but what it does mean is that if you know that you've ordered that Clean 9 for that customer, and at the moment delivery times are bob on, even with the month end craziness, my order that I placed on at month end came yesterday. So the delivery times are fantastic. You put that order through, it comes, that you're not giving that customer any time to back out. I've had people who've sold 2 Clean 9s to a customer, and then they've said, I put my order through on the 10th. So they've made that customer wait till the 10th, and then as it happened, on the 8th, that customer received a parking fine and no longer wanted their Clean 9. So whoever that person was has lost out on 2 Clean 9 sales, 0.8 case credits, because if they'd have put the order through when the customer wanted it, the parking fine would have been irrelevant. It's not very nice for the customer, but the order would have already gone through. If someone's asking you for heat lotion, shampoo, or whatever it is they're asking you, chances are it's because they want it now. I don't say to Tesco, I'm going to come in 2 weeks and I'm going to buy some shampoo. It just doesn't happen in any other business. So you are being really detrimental to your own business and also to the brand. If somebody says to you, I want some shampoo, and you can turn around and deliver it to them in a couple of days, they are more likely to reorder from you. So every time I do my monthly order, I always stick on a couple of toothpastes and a couple of sanitizers because they're my big sellers. So I've essentially got stock of those items. If somebody wants them, I can give it to them the same day, even sometimes. And that gives you a really good reputation as a distributor. They're not hanging on and waiting for your deliveries or waiting for your orders. They've asked you for something and you've got it. How good's that? It also gives you a fast order turnaround. So at the beginning of the month now, if you've got somebody that wants heat lotion now and they order it now, they use it, it's great. Their mum uses it at the same time. They used it on their husband. They're more likely to use it before the end of the month and order from you again. So after this month, you've got 2 orders of heat lotion, or 3 or 4 if their husband or auntie or whatever orders it as well. If you make that person wait until the middle of the month and then put the order through, chances are they're not going to have used enough of it within this month to order again. So it's all about your repeat order and a repeat sort of turnaround for your own business. Also, make sure you're following up. So I know a lot of us haven't come from a customer care background, and a lot of us have, so we might approach the business slightly different. To me, I'm a geek, so customer care has always been something whilst I was working for the powerhouse, shall we say, that was sort of bred into you. You look after your customers, and if you do that, you get a really good reputation. Your customers feel really special. They're more likely to reorder from you. There's a more personal feel to it. So if somebody takes the drinking gel, message them in a couple of days, joke about the taste of it, ask them how they're getting on. If they were taking it because they were tired, maybe they want to do the bee pollen as well. If they've bought the firm from you because they're looking at losing weight, maybe they'd like to do the Clean 9 campaign. You're not selling to them, you're just saying, just to let you know, we're going to be doing a Clean 9 campaign. So follow up with your customers. If your customers don't mind screenshotting their feedback, as long as it's good feedback, they're a great thing to post on your Facebook as well. So if someone says that the aloe jelly's really cleared up their eczema, they're not itching anymore, it's made such a difference, that's a great thing to screenshot and put on your page and say, this is why I love this business, helping people, making a difference to people, all of that cheesy stuff. Because again, that's not coming from you, that's coming from your customer, and other people are more likely to buy into that and then want to try it themselves as well. and that's how you would get your recommendations and your referrals. Putting your orders in this way also gives you a steady case credit growth through your month. So like I said before, if you've got a daily, weekly, monthly plan, if you're aiming for 4 case credit active, which is the minimum you should be aiming for, by the end of the first week, so by this Saturday, there should be 1 case credit on your online homepage. Not, oh, I've got a list of orders and it comes to 1 case credit, so that's okay, because if you're not putting those orders through, there's always time for those people to change their mind, buy it elsewhere, get bored of waiting for the shampoo. I've already gone to the shop now and I've bought some, so I don't need any now. There should be a steady growth of case credits through your month. And as I say, we are doing a retail training and a put basket training coming soon for those people that want it. So the VIP page is again something that you will have seen me post about. Customers love to feel special. It is in Hannah's video again if you've watched that. Please edge customers to it. This is one of them things that's not going to work if we don't all do it together. So I know that Bev and Holly have definitely added their customers to the VIP page. I'm not sure who else has, I've not checked today, but that was all that had done it yesterday. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a list. So when you add someone to the VIP page, it tells me as the administrator who's added that person. So I've got an Excel spreadsheet now with all the names and who added that person. And we'll be doing offers, raffles, some exclusives. So if we get wind of a new product coming out, once it's been officially released, we can make the customers feel like they were the first people, you know, to know about it. Pop special offers on there. If you've got a customer that you think is nearly buying the Sonia skincare, I might put an offer on there that's around the Sonia skincare, so it's sort of a nudge to that person. The VIP, it does really work. Your customers feel special, and so obviously whenever anybody comments on any of the offers that I put up, I'm only going to put up 1 offer a week because I don't want to spam people silly. I will get in touch with the person on my spreadsheet. So say one of the people that Bev added has commented and said, I would like to take you up on the moisturising offer. If they've commented on there, obviously you've all got access to the page anyway, so you can see for yourself. You can reply to that customer and say, no problem, Joe, I'll put that on your order, and then you can process the order. If I've seen it and you've maybe not seen it, I'll let you know that, just to let you know, a customer that you added to the group has commented and would like to order, so you will be getting the case credits for that. So it's just a really simple way of potentially getting some more case credits, and I thought it would work better if we all did it as a team rather than going off and doing individual pages. And maybe we can take it in turns to manage the team, to post the offers up, something like that, because rather than us all going off and doing individual pages which we've then got to look after, which adds to your time, it also looks better because there's just going to be loads more people in it as well. And charity events and ideas, this is something that I wanted to do and have wanted to do for quite a while. So every month I was thinking we could choose a charity. Within the VIP page, we could do a raffle, so for the Clean 9 or for the Sonia Skincare, something like that. I know that when some of us have done raffles in the past, it's taken ages and ages and ages to sell all the tickets. So hopefully doing it through the VIP page, where we've got a pool full of 7 or 8 people's customers, will sell the tickets quicker. And then anything that gets sold above the retail value, we can donate to a charity. What we'll do is all the tickets that are sold, I'll put all the names into a hat, pull the winner out of the hat, and whoever added that person to the page, so if it's one of Hayley's customers, if it's one of Holly's customers that gets pulled out, then that will be the person that gets to place the order for the item. So hopefully if we do one raffle a month for a big item like a Clean 9 or a Sonia Skincare, it will be guaranteeing at least one of you about half a case credit every month as the raffle prize. So all the names will go into the hat, like I say, and whoever's customer comes out of the hat will be the person that gets to place the order for the item. This will raise the positive profiler forever. So I've been talking to a lady who I know through one of the mummy and baby groups, and she's on the next slide. She's also a Forever Living business owner that signed up as a VIP customer, but because of things that have happened, she's not done anything with the business. So I asked her about doing this because it's a cause quite close to my heart. There's another little boy as well that's in my son's class that we were looking at doing some bits and pieces for, and they're not Forever business owners. And when I've spoken to them about it and explained that, you know, we're a team, and if we all do it, there'll be a bigger impact, a lot of more money to put towards the charity, they're obviously going to have a positive impression of Forever. And I think sometimes the only impression outside of Forever business owners tends to be quite negative. You know, we spam people, we annoy people, we're on Facebook, it's a pyramid scheme, it's this, it's that, it's the other. How good would it be if we could get people talking about the business in a positive light? So if we've donated money to a charity, especially if they're quite personal, so that's what I would like to do, rather than doing something for some big charity like the RSPCA or something big. I'd like to pick personal charities that are quite personal to us, because I think that will have a much better impression on people. It'll increase your network. So obviously on the VIP page we've got all of our own customers, but if we're doing something for a specific person's charity, they're obviously going to be sharing it as well. So you're going to get an increased network of people and potential repeat customers. So if off the back of this raffle, 10 new customers who haven't been added by you or me to the actual VIP page, they're just people that have happened to buy raffle tickets or whatever, I am literally going to put those 10 names in a hat and split them. So if there's 5 of us in our team, we'd get 2 new customers each. That's the fairest way I can think of doing it, rather than saying I'll have all the repeat customers or you have all the repeat customers. I'll split it as fairly as possible. I was also thinking of saying that for me personally, I'm going to do this. So for everything that anybody buys from me between the 1st and the 7th of December, I'm going to donate to this charity. So all my offers I put up on Facebook, all the messages I send to my customers, I'm just going to say, just to let you know, all the profits of sale from this week are going to this charity. People are suckers for charity, so they will buy more from you. Obviously you'll still be getting the case credits. We are all in this business for different reasons, so I don't want anybody to feel like they've got to do this. If you are not comfortable or not in a position even to give away your commission for the week, that is absolutely fine, and please just let me know. We were looking at doing a mass online event, so instead of us all going off and doing individual online events, if I create one for, I'm thinking, the middle of the month, make us all admin so that we can all add all of our customers, all of our friends to it, do a little post about the charity, and again donating all the commission from that event to the charity. Hopefully, again, the people that are ambassadors for this charity, the people who the charity is aimed at, will be sharing the event. We'll get lots of new customers as well, which we will spread between us. So let me know what you think about that as a whole. And I would like this to be a thing that we do rolling each month. So I hope it's okay that I've chosen the charity for this month. But if any of you guys have got charities that you would like to do this for next month, and then maybe we can put it to a vote, or we can just take it in turns and plan the year out and do a charity each month. So this is a charity that I've chosen for this month. That's Olivia and Oliver, beautiful babies. They were born in May. 2015, not 2014. That's really bad. I'll get that changed. That's Olivia's first operation and Oliver's first operation. So they've been very, very poorly babies. To cut a long story short, they're twins, obviously. And they were born quite early, and lots of complications. One of them's been in Birmingham Children's Hospital. One of them's been in Liverpool. They've been in North Staffs. Oliver got pneumonia. They've been very, very poorly. I love this picture. This is the first time they were together again in 5 months. They'd spent their first 5 months of life in completely different hospitals. And what that meant for their mum and dad was that obviously they were in a position where they could either visit one baby or the other baby per day or per week, even when they were miles and miles from home. And as a mummy, I just find that so difficult. I felt bad when sort of Joshua was in hospital and I was obviously with Josh, which meant that I wasn't with Lucas. So to know that both your babies need you, but just from sheer locality, you couldn't be there, I find it heart-wrenching. I don't actually know this lady. Like I say, I've only connected with her via social media. She actually brought some premature baby clothes from me off of a parenting website, and that's how we got talking. I've kept her on my Facebook, and then I saw that she was doing some fundraising for the Ronald McDonald charity, and I approached her and asked her how she'd feel about me doing something for her with my business, and that's when she told me that she's actually a registered business owner, but she's never done anything with it. So that's Day on there, that's their mummy and daddy. And what the Ronald McDonald Charity does is help you to stay near your babies. So if you've got sort of ongoing treatment, I know that we found it very difficult. Birmingham Children's Hospital only allow one parent to sleep over. So we've been in a position before where Jace has either been driving to and from Birmingham every day if he wants to visit Josh, or staying in a hotel, which obviously when you're having time off work unpaid because your child's having surgery, paying out for expensive hotels is like a double whammy. So this is what the Ronald McDonald Charity does. So again, I would like to do something along the lines of the commission per week being donated to them, an online event or something being donated, and then doing a raffle ticket and donating the money. And like I say, what this will do is make us all feel warm and fuzzy that we're doing something lovely. It will raise the profile. It will potentially encourage your customers to buy perhaps that 1 or 2 extra products every month that they wouldn't normally buy because it's for charity. It will expose us as business owners individually to new people, to different people. Your friends are more likely to share an event that you're doing if it's for charity than if it's just your event. So do let me know what you think. I'd really like some feedback on it, and I will be making a poster available with Mum. Obviously Mum's given me the permission to use these photos for you guys today, and we are making a poster together for you to use for marketing the charity events that we're going to do throughout December. Okay, so I am broken record about Facebook. Have you done the Facebook training? Because again, it's been brought to my attention that either your businesses, your logos, your business names aren't compliant, and your Facebook accounts aren't really that of a business owner. So what can your prospects see? Can they see on your Facebook a viable working business? If you're prospecting, especially cold prospects, or maybe contacts from school that you've not chatted to for a while, and you're asking them to join your business, if they go on your Facebook page, what can they see? What can they see you doing? Can they see you making money by having meetings in restaurants? Can they see Success Day? Can they see the parties? Can they see the buzz around your team? Can they see you being tagged in training because you've offered to do team trainings? What can they see? Because people need to believe it's a viable working business. And fake it till you make it is a little bit of a touchy subject, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So if you're in a restaurant, or if you're meeting with your mum having coffee and you're talking about the business, pop something on them and say that you're really excited to be discussing the business with another mummy. Even if it's not been a formal sit down, you need to show that the business is working for you, which I fully understand is incredibly difficult at the beginning. So when I started, I was working 2 jobs, 70-hour weeks. I was not meeting up with many prospects. What I was doing was talking to lots of them by messages and phone calls and stuff, but I wasn't having the opportunity. And I was like, well, what am I going to post on my Facebook? I can't post that I've had a phone call with somebody. Well, actually you can. You know, pop up an inspirational quote and put on there that you're really excited to be talking to one of your oldest friends about the business. People are sheep. So if they think, oh, hang on a minute, she's talked to 3 people about this business that she's doing, maybe this business that she's doing really is a working, viable business. So people need to see what you do and see you working your business. They don't want to see 100,000 inspirational quotes. They don't want to see you sharing loads and loads of game requests. I don't quite even tell you what the Facebook games are because I don't play them, but I do know that they're on a lot of profiles. So I do a bedtime health check, and it sounds really cheesy, but I go onto Facebook and I will check of an evening. So before I go to bed, I go on my own profile as though I was a prospect and scroll down. Because, you know, sometimes I post 1 too many pictures of the kids, or maybe I've shared a funny status that I've seen, or I've shared a funny thing and tagged my mum in it because I'd like mum to see it that day or whatever. But I sort of have a tidy up, so you can go on there and you can hide from your timeline, because you don't want the Facebook to be business. But honestly, after this training, I would like everyone to go on their Facebook and see if they can see what you do. So there are some people within our teams that get this absolutely spot on. I'm not going to stop posting pictures of my children on Facebook. I set up Facebook because I wanted to, you know, use Facebook the same way as everybody else does. Circumstantially, I've then ended up doing this business. I made the decision to do as we're trained to do and not set up a separate Facebook account, because that just becomes business. But people need to see you working your business. People need to see you being tagged in things. People need to see how you're making money, because you're prospecting people with a business opportunity, telling people that you're successful in it or that it will work for them as it has for you, and they can't see you working it. They don't want to see you just sharing games, sharing funny quotes, and all that sort of stuff. So I am going to be doing spot checks throughout the month. I'm going to randomly go on someone's Facebook profile, because I have done what you're also suggested to do, and that's unfollow everybody that's a Forever Living business owner. I've unfollowed everybody, so that means that to me my newsfeed is open to all of my prospects and my customers. So I don't see, because I have got people on Facebook that are not team members but are Forever Living business owners, and I don't want to see all their stuff. I need to be able to see what my prospects are doing. I need to see what my customers are doing. So I've unfollowed everybody that's a Forever Living business owner. So I will be purposely going onto Facebook's to check whether I think you are a business owner. And obviously there's not going to be a name and shame thing. I might not even tell you when I've done it. But I would like to see this being taken a little bit more seriously. And along with that is, are you a leader? So a lot of you are now starting to build your own teams. That's really exciting. Are you 4Case Credit active? You cannot possibly start preaching to other people about the importance of 4Case Credit active if you're not consistently 4Case Credit active, ideally by the middle of the month, because then you've got the rest of your month to concentrate on your team. You need to keep up the 80-20 rule. Do not get submersed in your team. Are you attending trainings and business presentations, even if you've not got a prospect? Even if it's cold, if it's raining, if you don't feel very well, you still need to get up, get dressed, show up, because you can't expect your team members to do the same if you're not doing it. Are you active on team and training pages? So can they see you commenting on things? Can your team members see that you've watched a video, see you saying, yep, I've watched that? So they will then follow suit, monkey see, monkey do. Can your team see your business on your Facebook? So can they see you meeting up and discussing the opportunity with other people? When was the last time you posted something on Facebook about showing the opportunity to other people? Because you need to create a buzz around your team so that they will do the same things that you're saying that you're doing. And the Clean 9 campaign, so we are really lucky that Bev had put together this for her own team and is now happy for us to share it as a wider team, and it's all based around the Clean 9 and a kickstart to 2016. So I know that Bev has already posted these on our group page for us to use. Getting people to buy now, ready to start in 2016. So in December of 2015, just Victoria Warren's team sold over 100 Clean 9s. I mean, can you work the case credits out on that? That's ridiculous. But a lot of people know that they're going to overindulge at Christmas. A lot of people set all the, the age-old New Year's resolutions. So selling the Clean 9 now, I think Bev said something along the lines of, if they order before the 11th of December, she was doing little special offers and prices. Maybe say if they buy a Clean 9 for £109, you give them a free heat lotion or something, because although that will dip into your commission a little bit, it will give you extra case credits than just the Clean 9 on its own as well, and your customers feel like they're getting a special offer. Make sure you're looking after your Clean 9 customers, so don't just sell them a Clean 9 and forget about them. Add them to the Fit group. Ask them on days 1 and 2 how they're getting on. Ask them to post updates on Facebook and tag you in it, because that will then expose you to other people that may want to do the Clean 9, because follow-up and feedback are crucial. So these are some of the offers that Bev was doing in terms of buddying up. So if you've got someone that wants to do the Clean 9, see if they've got someone else that will do the Clean 9 with them. Offer them a discount so you can get 2 for £90. Again, not impacting on your commission, not impacting on your cost. It'll be impacting on your commission, but it won't be impacting on the cost to you. Do something like all the Clean 9s will come with free RG samples. Again, that's a potential repeat, because the thing with Clean 9 customers is you need to keep hold of them. So they're not going to buy a Clean 9 next month, but they might buy the shakes, the tablets, the drinking gel, and if you do something like this, they might go on to buy the RG samples. And then she's got a couple of bundles there, so if you buy the Clean 9 and the Fit, that's at a discounted price. And also the person with the best results on day 9 will receive a free body toning kit. Obviously you don't have to do this, but if you've had enough people buy the Clean 9, it will cover the cost of you buying a body toning kit. You putting the toning kit through will add to your case credits, and it's a little incentive to get more and more and more people to do the Clean 9. So please take advantage of this throughout December and January. It will be a fantastic thing to do together as a team. And like I said, last year, the results spoke for themselves. So that's the end of the video. I think I've just kept it under an hour. I'm sorry it's been so long. There's been a lot to say. Please do make sure that in the comments under this video, you are answering me about the Buddy Up thing, about, there's actually a webinar by Abby tonight, a frontline webinar that's open to all the front and down line to Abby. The link to that is in the Abby's Open Biz page. I think that's on at 8 o'clock tonight. It's a live webinar. What do you feel about the Secret Santa? What are your availabilities for the Christmas meetup? Please do the Facebook health check. Add your customers to the VIP page. I don't mind spending the time doing these things, but they're not going to work if we don't all do them. Make sure your month is planned out. Use the point system. I think you will find it really useful. Get on the Clean 9 campaign. Make sure you've booked in your mid-month review with me, please, because I will be planning my diary out for December. If people do turn around in the next couple of weeks and say, can I have a mid-month review? I'm going to have to be honest about my availability, because it was starting to really impact on my personal business last month, waiting for people to get back to me about what they want and when they want it. So I'm giving people the heads up now, and then unfortunately it's going to have to be worked around my diary if it gets to mid-month and I've not got them booked in yet. Are you okay with the charity events? Feedback and suggestions on that would be really, really appreciated. And there's just a few things there that we've got coming up as a team.